don't give a damn how many receipts you drop. I don't care what you... Are you not embarrassed? Are you not embarrassed? I'm just trying to figure out, at the big age of 54 years old, like, I mean, big, grown, pushing grandpa age, why would you ever be interested into a 19-year-old girl? Like, what made you attracted to a 19-year-old girl? Like, I'm just even thinking about, like, just maturity level. I wouldn't even want to date somebody. I'm 23. I wouldn't even date a 19-year-old just because of just the different places we are in life. Not even a huge age gap. It's just, you're 19, bro. You can't even go to the club. You can't even go to a bar. So you telling me you're 54, older than my mom age, and you was interested and attracted and had relations with a 19-year-old girl or woman? Either way you cut it, it's weird.
It's good, you guys, and welcome on another episode. Sharpe is currently going viral because the business he had with a 19-year-old white girl has been circulating in the media, and she is currently suing him for SA and demanding for 50 million. This is coming after he had just signed a deal. This girl came out to accuse him of SA and now demanding 15 million. To even make the matter worse, he was willing to pay her $10 million before he even got into the public. But now that he's now in the public, he is trying to clear up everything that this lady had said. He released the text messages between himself and this lady. And if you have not read any dirty text this week, this is going to top the dirty text that you're going to read this week, because they started off strong. There is no way you're going to read the first line in that text that you're not going to gag. People are reacting to it, saying, what exactly is a man in his mid-50s doing with a 19-year-old girl? Like, literally, even down to the voice notes, every single thing is out there, and people are reacting to it. Another part in the text confirmed that he is into race play, because there was a part where this lady was telling him to come put his big baby inside of her. Like, just, you guys are going to be hearing it from the stitches, because I can't even hide it. It's just too dirty, you all. Especially the fact that he said he's going to be suing her for defamation and other things as well. But first, let's get into what people are having to say.
And y'all wonder why Tracy Ellis Ross is happily single, and as far as we know, Regina King is single, and Regina Hall is single, and Nia Long is now single, because the men in their proximity, their direct proximity, not only their proximity, their age mates, out here doing shit like Shannon Sharpe. That's what they got to choose from. Shannon Sharpe ought to be embarrassed. I don't give a damn how many receipts you drop. I don't care what you... Are you not embarrassed? Are you not embarrassed? Listen, I'm not the one to kink shame people. You know, like what you like, do what you do. I find it odd that somebody that is always in conversation about why he's not in a relationship, because, you know, he has so much to offer, and, you know, has all of these, like, you know, standards and rules and regulations around how he date and what he'll give, will pay for ass on a regular. You paying these women per ass cheek, and you always got something to say about what you won't do because what you do got. Are you not embarrassed? Let me tell you something about black women. Our number one Achilles heel is to be embarrassed. Well, most of us, because I saw that podcast interview. You know what? Let me just speak for me and mine, and a few other people that I know. I don't want to be embarrassed by nobody else, and I'm not going to do shit to embarrass myself. Time after time after time again, these men keep finding themselves in these same type of situations. It's like, have you no shame? Have you no shame?
Gabriella Zuniga, you said you wanted to lick Shannon's what and then marry him? But calling it baby gravy, calling his seed baby gravy, and telling him, I want you to put a big black baby in me. I don't know what's worse. The fact that you thought that you would remain anonymous as Jane Doe in this entire situation, or the fact that you thought that because it's Shannon Sharpe, he wouldn't stay sharp and make sure to expose you. So on January 1st, 2025, you texted him saying, I know you missed this big juicy ass. And then you said it's $25,000 per cheek. Okay, he met up with you on the 2nd. gave you that $50,000. Then you said you wanted the baby gravy. He didn't give you that. So then you gave him a $50 million lawsuit. Are you okay? We don't know all the facts. We don't know what actually happened. However, your text messages are making you look bad, babe. And this is why men get this twisted idea that, oh, she wanted it. It was consensual. This is what she asked me to do. So now they're going to take your story and actually say that, well, you asked me to do it. This is what you wanted. Because you told him to get a dog collar and put it around your neck and make you suffocate. Again, are you Og? What are you? First you said you wanted to marry him when that's their job. Now you want him to treat you like a dog. And because he didn't do all of that, you want $50 million. And I'm going to just say this. Asking him for $25,000 per cheek is solicitation. So you just got exposed for being a...
We need to know less about each other. And at this moment, I need to know less about Shannon Sharpe. Please. Because it was already bad enough we heard your Instagram live. Now I'm seeing text messages that I don't want to see. First of all, a lady telling you she want you to put a black baby in her. You don't find that a bit weird? Okay. You know what? You like what you like. But I shouldn't have to see it. Okay? Take me out the motherfucking group chat. Okay? I feel like I've been putting the close friends against my will. I don't know what Shannon Sharpe got going on and the people he dealing with, but take us out the group chat. But nah, them text messages were outrageous. And my thing is, why is the conversation continuing when you see text messages like that? First of all, $25K for each cheat. I don't know what he into, but baby, let's go a different way, because clearly shit like this is getting you in trouble.
Shannon Sharpe, we want out of the group chat now. Like right now, because it's getting disgusting and you need to act your age. First, we had to hear the audio from when you accidentally went live that absolutely nobody asked for. We could have went our whole lives without hearing that. Then you started doing infomercials about ED pills. And now you sharing text messages that's just sharing too much. We didn't want to hear about nobody getting hogtied in your bedroom and your salad getting tossed while you wearing a collar. It's too much. At what point do you say you just too old? He like that old grandfather that every time he come around, he want to tell you about all the women he got. And when everybody else is talking, he want to talk like he's still in his 20s and he hanging out with the young folks. Pack it up. You just too freaked out at your old age. And we don't want to know about, we truly don't want nothing to do with it. Please, why didn't you just share that in the courts? Share it with the lawyers. Why did we need to see that?
I know you just dropped the receipts and all that, but I'm still over here like, what the hell, LeBron James? Because why is you dealing with a bitch that's talking about she can't wait till you put a big black baby inside of her? Oh? Man, hell no. I just know she dropped the N-word a couple times. I know she did. And you knew nothing about it, did you? Man, she was literally talking about trapping you. And you surprised that she trying to extort you? Come on, that's a pipeline straight to it from A to B. Now, I'm glad you kept the receipts, because that might have done saved your ass. Because you was finna go down through that, partner. Shannon Sharpe, I'm telling you right now, you're going to have to get Skip or Stephen A. to come bail you out, because I'm telling you was finna go down through there. But somehow, some way, it's like you knew. It's like you knew. But I hope you learned your lesson. Stop dealing with these young bitches. Get you a auntie, unc, and going out the pasture.
Shannon Sharpe is a freaky frog. He is a freaky frog. He's always in some scandal when it comes to schmecks, and it's starting to get to a point where it's like, unc, you need to tighten the fuck up. Somebody's after you. You've done pissed some people off and they're after you, and you're going to get caught up. He's going to get caught up. He is definitely one of those creepy uncles that are into younger women. And he, I think, has gotten away with a lot in the past couple years, but I'm like, your platform has grown. Like, now you have a large platform, and he really needs to tighten the fuck up. Like, I'm getting to a point where I'm like, okay, like you're this close from losing it all. This close. Tighten the fuck up. Stop messing with these women. Like, you got shit to lose. Stop, and you get your freakiness under control. You need to go see somebody about that, because I'm just like, with the text messages.
And since we here talking, Shannon Sharpe and these text messages and the allegations against him, I just want to go on record and say that black men are the real bedwenches of the black community. And over and over and over and over and over and over again, it's proven. I exist in a lot of areas of social media. When it comes to race play behavior, black men, whether they engage with other men, whether they engage with the opposite sex, no matter what they're doing, it is prevalent in kink spaces. Black men, as much as they make it seem as if they're engaging with non-black women in order for some retribution for slavery, no, they are doing slavery reenactments, okay? That's one. Two, we have to find a space to start unpacking how colorism affects the way that men navigate the world, not in regards to how they navigate women due to colorism, but how colorism has affected them and how they lean into specific tropes within how the world navigates them through colorism, and they turn it into a part of their armor and a part of the way that they see a benefit to themselves, and they think because they've done that, they aren't being harmed by colorism. When you look at porn online, there is a huge space of black men who only shoot with white women, who have white husbands who are cucks for them, and they are doing this bull content. And again, because they're the ones polarizing these women, everyone thinks this shit is cute. You are engaging in real-time slavery just for a better check. And having lived in the South and seeing how colorism shows up in the South with darker skinned black men and the difference, how I'm interpreted as light skinned to people here in the South. I'm not gonna argue with y'all. I do not consider myself to be light skinned. I have a sister. My sister Katrina is. I have a sister who's light skinned. I ain't light skinned, right? Those messages from the jump were, one, it was clear that he was paying a coin to engage with this person, which ain't a problem. I am a huge proponent of many other things that men come to me about are things they should be paying people to do. And I think it's lovely and amazing when y'all are actually engaging with the economy the way you're supposed to when it comes to foolery and when it comes to labor. But it was transactional from the jump. And if it's transactional from the jump, and from the jump, race and all of these other tropes within race foolishness are involved, that for me says that a part of the compensation was you engaging and speaking that way. Yeah. And I would gather, and also that's why he likes younger women. That's why he likes younger women. And the sad part is this lawsuit is likely foolishness. It's the same attorney who was behind the stuff with Jay-Z. And that's not me saying that somebody did something or somebody didn't do something. I'm saying that this attorney is known for conjuring spells. And because it likely will fall dust to the side, people aren't going to dive into. There are pieces of this where someone needs to sit down with Shannon Sharpe and say, you too old for this. Your platform is too large. And you don't look the way that people need to look to get away with some of the behavior you're engaging in. And had you not been someone who, probably because you were in the NFL, people have trained you how to cover your butt, this might have got you. Because 10 seconds later, the white men were on, it was either CNN or somewhere else, and your colleagues were trying to read you about this. So, in closing, Race play is very prevalent with black men. Very prevalent. And the very bed wenches that black men purport black women to be when they engage with white men are the bed wenches that they are and they have been. I don't know what was in the secret sauce of slavery that would charge black men to, again, I made that video that to be fascinated with whiteness the way that they are. Be fascinated with whiteness the way that they are. But I'll close with if transness is about to be illegal and they take gay marriage, go ahead and take loving too. Let it be the Hunger Games out here, because you're gonna gag at the number of black men who are gonna give up their lives for some white shaker pussy.
Why is it always the same song and dance with Jay-Z and Shannon Sharpe and all of these black, really wealthy, popular male celebrities? I feel like all of it's true. I don't care about the alleged part. I feel like it's all true. The only way it wouldn't be true is if you were never, ever seen with this person. Then maybe we would have something. Like if you never met this person, never knew of this person, but the fact that you had some involvement to an extent with this person puts you in a position where you're going to be accused of something. And regardless of fact, it's the fact that you were involved with this person to some extent. Not on a business level, but a transactional level. You know what I'm saying? And then you want to reach out to your audience, which is a predominantly black audience, to try to get empathy and sympathy and bail you out of your involvement, trying to get your audience to excuse you of being held accountable for your actions or your possible actions. Even if it was a setup, why were you involved with anybody like that? Even if it was something that they were setting you up for, the fact that you put yourself in a position to have gotten it this far, the fact that you put yourself in a position to even have an accusation against you, that just tells me all I need to know about people like that. And it's always the same song and dance. It's always the same song and dance. And then they make this video or they make a statement and they want their people to come bail them out, feel sorry for them. No. I believe it. Even if it was a setup, even if she and the lawyer, whatever his name was, did this to try to extort him, you, sir, have to have some level of accountability to have some type of, something. You have to be mature enough to know, well, this might be a setup. I'm not going to involve myself with certain people. And being as rich and famous and wealthy as you are, you shouldn't be involved with just anybody. You shouldn't associate with just anybody. You shouldn't, especially people who aren't on your financial level. Like, you should know that some people are just out to get you. And for you to have some type of involvement with this woman, you can't say you don't know her. That automatically puts you in a position to be accused of anything at that point.
If you haven't been catching up on this whole conversation going on, it was Shannon Sharpe that actually released the conversation, because when this girl came out to accuse him of SA, you guys already know how big SA accusation is. It can literally end your career. And so he decided to release those text messages to let people know that whatever transpired between him and this lady is consensual. Like, they are both into it. Like, he is not forcing himself on anyone. They are both aware of what is about to happen. And in the text as well, you can see that lady was going in and the way that he was texting him, and his response as well was meeting the lady's text. So they were almost on the same level responding, and you can tell both of them are into race play. Now, these texts were released just for him to let people know that it did not actually exist. But then the texts are just so dirty. Like, okay, you're releasing this to defend yourself, you're defending yourself, but what is in this text is so freaking dirty. Someone said he looks like someone who will allow a palm-colored person call him the N-word. Like, it looks like that, because the fact that he can allow this young lady saying all of those things to him, then that is crazy. Another part that I feel like a lot of people are not even talking on is what a 54, 55-year-old man is doing with a 19-year-old girl. And now the lady said she wants 50 million when she was already offered 10 million before everything even got into the media. And she said, no, I know you have money. I am going to take all of your money. And this is coming out after his big deal. Literally almost like she was waiting for the perfect moment. You can play this game. I can play it better. And you guys, it's everywhere. It's everywhere to a point where he now made a video. He responded to it saying that he's looking for sympathy and all of that. It's going to be in the second part because I don't want this to be very, very long. This is basically just people's reaction to the text, to the text that transpired between the both of them, and how this lady was literally saying she wants him to put his big black baby in her, something gravy. Even the voice recording that got released as well, it's a bit like, on that dirty side as well. It's just something very dirty, like very, very dirty. Let me hear what you guys think about this whole conversation. There are so many layers and so many parts to it. The expectation that this lady is trying to have with him, the fact that he was with a 19-year-old woman to begin with, he was allowing that type of text between the both of them. It's just everywhere, you guys. But this is the genesis of the conversation, and let me hear what you guys think in the comment section. I am going to see you guys in the next part.